It do what it do. It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me. Yeah, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. Teofimo Lopez has a meltdown after a lackluster performance. Lackluster. Boy, when cloud chasing goes wrong, it don't bring me no joy or none of that, but I'm just one of them that I do like when somebody get what's coming to them. I'm one of them. When you talk big shit, I expect a big follow-up. I'm real big on people who back up everything they say. Listen, he's mentioned told Bob Arum you can keep the black fighters and support the black fighter. He showed his jealousy towards black fighter. Listen, I let that ride. I said, shit, talk your shit, T.O. Yeah, I told him, shit, talk your shit. Now he talking shit about Puerto Ricans and they easy and shit like that. I'm just like, okay, talk your shit, T.O. Talk your shit, bro. You just trying, because I don't think T.O. is a racist or none of that shit. I think that is highly overrated. I don't think him or his father is a racist. No, I don't believe that at all. But I think he just have jealous issues. But what T.O. did that really I feel is the most disrespectful shit to me, it wasn't that Bob Arum keep the black fighters. It wasn't that Puerto Ricans are easy. It's when you called out Terrence Crawford and tried to disrespect his entire resume and act as if he ain't done shit. He just beat injured fighters and he ain't. And what's more disrespectful, I have heard fan after fan, especially black fans. Man, T.O. really want that fight, man. T.O. serious. And one thing about T.O., when his back against the wall and he fight to the level of his competition, and when he feel like he really up against it, that's when he bring his best shit. I heard all kind of shit. Heard it all before. What was you thinking? But your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Yeah, I had to shut you down, T.O. Listen, bro, you been doing too much slick talk. You been doing a lot of simp talk and acting like it's pimp shit. Now, pimping, you disrespected Bud, bro. The greatest fighter in boxing right now, the greatest fighter of this era, a top 10 fighter of all. That's what really ran me hot. And how fans was, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. It's more fans that was calling for Teofimo Lopez and Terrence Crawford to fight than Jerron Anderson Terrence Crawford to fight. Motherfuckers was acting like T.O. is more deserving and you would have thought people thought that T.O. is better than Boots. Is we serious? Listen, I want to say this. You do have more accomplishments than Boots. Boots has now become a world champion. But if you was to move your ass up in your next fight and fight Boots, I got him knocking you out inside 3 rounds, bro. Inside 3 rounds. He gonna outbox you, but beat the fuck out you. And viciously punish you. He gonna outbox you and make you miss, but viciously beat the shit out you, bro. Way different kind of sauce. You got a little sauce. Boots got a whole lot. Whole lot of sauce, bro. Too much sauce for you. Listen, you disrespected Bud, bro. And fans really, it low-key let me know that fans really don't want to give Bud credit and acting like he just some regular shit. Like he ain't that loud pack. Listen, you can never compare T.O. And whether he would have went in there and knocked out Jermaine Ortiz in 3 rounds, bro, T.O. ain't that good. I've been saying it, bro. All you got to do, if you've been following this sauce, bro, I've been telling you for the longest, T.O. struggled with boxers, bro. He had a tough fight with Sandor Martin. That's not a fluke. Josh Taylor don't fight like Sandor Martin. And Josh Taylor been struggling to make 140, and he's right there in front of you. That's T.O. best shit. That's when after the fight he do the backflips. He didn't do no backflip after this fight. No, it's when he got a flat-footed fighter coming forward. That's his favorite shit because he love to counter you. He love to counter you and show his athleticism. T.O. wish he was Roy Jones so bad. You not, bro. You athletic. I give you that. Listen, even though black fighters are the most known for being athletic, I have no problem admitting Teofimo Lopez is athletic. Jermaine Ortiz is athletic too. But Teofimo Lopez is athletic, but that shit ain't enough. And you ain't super athletic. You ain't more athletic than Tank. You ain't more athletic than Devin or Shakur. And you damn sure ain't more athletic than Terrence Bud Crawford with that herky-jerky, with them sharp-ass counters. No, bro. Terrence got a whole nother rhythm. That's what ran me hot more than anything, is that fans was actually acting like this could have been a competitive 50-50 fight with Teofimo Lopez versus Terrence Crawford. So, let me get off that. I just had to say that. To the Meltdown, listen, Teo. After the fight, you cried, bro. You act as if you had won undisputed, like you had just beat Matias and then knocked out Devin Haney, and you won undisputed at 140. Nah, bro. I don't know. That was one of them church cries. You know how they fake cry at church. I ain't saying everybody fake cry at church, but some of y'all be fake passing out and you fake cry. I remember that shit when I was a kid. I used to see a lot of motherfuckers fake pass out. But anyway, I'm just saying I think it was a fake cry. And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I don't think you dumb. You just do dumb shit. Listen, sometimes you talk very intelligent. When you ain't on your bullshit, you got sense. You got sense. And shout out to your father for getting him, even though he's a moonshine, Kentucky Deluxe, MD 2020 drinking motherfucker. I will always shout out Teofimo Lopez because he got you here. I will always give him credit for that. He got you to this point. You making millions. He done that. And shout out to fathers who ride with their sons. Shout out to that. Especially black fathers. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. Sometimes you say weird shit. Your words don't come together well. When you try to speak race, bro, you just need to quit touching on that shit. Don't even talk about other when you said it's one race, bro, there was nobody in the crowd who believed that shit. This is the most racially divided country in the world. There is nobody in that arena that believed that shit. Mark Krieger and them, even Timothy, as far as he is, he know. Even though he got a Mexican wife, and shout out to his Mexican black family, and I know that. Anyway, even he know that it ain't no one race. But that one race shit, then you got to talk about the pyramids. You brought up the wrong dates and times and shit. You tried to take us through history. Bro, when you brought up Rosa Parks, I damn near dropped my blood, bro. I damn near dropped my blood and burned myself while I was lit. Listen, now, pimpin', I don't appreciate it when others speak on black history. That's just me. If you ain't black, bro, don't really speak on Rosa Parks now and Dr. King and Malcolm now. Don't even speak on that shit, bro. Speak on heroes from Honduras or some shit. Yeah, you ain't black, right? Now you don't want to be a black Latino, so don't speak on black shit. Don't speak on our black grace. Don't speak on that lady. None of that type of shit. And that we are the world. We are the America ain't trying to come together, bro. And you could never be the You're not smart enough for one, but you could never be the spokesman for we are the world, America. The civil rights shit didn't work. It didn't bring America together, and you damn sure ain't gonna do it. So that bullshit ass, that was a low budget I Had a Dream speech. But anyway, you cried for no reason. You did the fake church cry. I had Jermaine Ortiz winning this fight. Yup. Had him winning 8-4. 8-4. I could see 7-5 because Jermaine Ortiz slowed down later rounds. First 6 rounds he did great, and he was letting his hands go more. He slowed down with his work, similar to how he did in the Loma fight. That's why I wasn't very confident. I thought Teo was gonna knock him out. That's what I thought. Inside 6 rounds, I thought he was gonna get a highlight reel knockout. But I said it depends on how Jermaine Ortiz fight him. Jermaine Ortiz came out southpaw. It was a very good game plan. He clearly outboxed him. He made Teo miss. Teo landed 78 punches. Jermaine Ortiz landed 80 punches. I don't even think them numbers right, because to me, just from the eye test, it don't look like Teo landed as many punches as Jermaine Ortiz. It don't, bro. He missed a lot. I thought Jermaine Ortiz clearly landed more shots. Clearly. Jermaine Ortiz just don't have power, which is something I noticed. And I was wondering if Teo was going to be able to just walk through him. For one, Teo struggles cutting the ring up, just like against Sandor Martin, just like against Kambosos. Boxers, that's if you ever want to beat him, bro, just box. He's not very good. He's not a good. Teo don't like to go get you. He one of them. See, that's why I'm telling you, motherfuckers disrespecting Devin, bro. I don't watch Devin go get you. I don't watch them on the back foot. I watch them come get you. He's just as effective either way, bro. I'm just saying, bro, when you talk about sauce and special shit, Tank is just as good coming forward as he is on the back foot. I ain't gonna lie, I think Tank even more dangerous on the back foot. He might be a little bit better on the back because the power and it's just a surprise attack. He just catch you slipping and leaning in like he did rolling. But, you know, Shakur can fight forward or backwards. It's just different, bro. Teo cannot fight good coming forward. He don't like boxers give him hell. And Jermaine Ortiz boxed. He fought the perfect fight, but the only flaw, Jermaine Ortiz, I think you should let your hands go more. Not a whole lot more, but even though you didn't let your hands go more, you still won the fight. He didn't beat you. Because, and you know what's crazy? Teo tried to put all the blame on Jermaine Ortiz, bro. You only landed 80 punches. You only threw over, you didn't even throw 200 punches. How many punches? I forgot. But Jermaine Ortiz threw more punches and landed more punches. So who was really running? Teo don't throw as many punches when you ain't in front of him. And he can't do that looping Uchick uppercut and that left hook, right cross. When he can't land that and get to throwing his combinations and get to showing his athleticism, bro, he wants you standing in front of him, bro. That's why I said that even though I think Matias a monster, I said Matias is a better style for Teofimo than a Devin Haney or Shakur. It's a better style, even though I think Matias overpower Teo. I don't think Teo power would be I don't know, and I don't think Teo a good enough boxer to outbox Matias. I don't think that. I think after them first couple left hooks, you see it don't knock out Matias. I think he not that good on the back foot. I don't think he beat Matias. But I thought he had a better chance than beating Devin because Devin gonna box. But another thing about Devin gonna fight a similar fight to that, but way different, stand his ground. And I had him dropping Teo 3-4 times before this fight ever happened. I said Devin gonna drop because he leaned his head in. He leaned his head in. I hate to say this, even though he's more quick than Earl. The same way Earl kind of do when he jab to the body and he leave that head on the line a little too long. Teo do the same shit. Another thing Teo do, when he try to let go of his combination, you can punch in between his shots and knock him the fuck because his hands are down. That's another thing about Teo. And we've seen you get dropped by lesser punchers. Kambosos and Sandor Martin, bro. Devin gonna drop you 2-3 times for sure. Teo, you good, but you just ain't that good, bro. People, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. I want to make this shit very clear because I gotta look at performances. I gotta look at. You gotta watch fighters when they fight certain fighters, bro. You know, it's just like when Tarver fought Bernard. Even though Bernard Hopkins fought a hell of a fight, but Tarver didn't have the same hunger that he had against Roy Jones. I gotta say that he didn't have that same. He wanted to beat Roy more. Some fighters train harder for certain fights, even though I think Bernard Hopkins was just better than Tarver and he beat the shit out of Tarver. That's one fight I done watched at least 10 times. I love that performance. And that Buddy McGirt in the corner, you got to do something. He was panicking and shit, and Tarver was hurt, boy. But anyway, look at the Jermaine Ortiz. Look at the Lomachenko that fought Jermaine Ortiz. You motherfuckers on dope and dog food if you think that's the same Lomachenko that fought Devin Haney. Another thing I want to point out, the Lomachenko that fought Teo. And another thing, Teo beat Loma, but it was a lackluster performance. He wasn't hitting them with that shit. He never dropped Loma. He wasn't landing combination after combination. He boxed. He outboxed Loma. He did win that fight. But that wasn't the Loma that fought Devin. The Loma that fought Devin, I hadn't seen that Loma since the Rigondeaux and them days. Loma got up for that Devin fight. When you look at the version of Lomachenko that fought Teofimo, that fought Jermaine Ortiz, and then look at the Loma that fought Devin. Way different fighter. Loma went in his bag. I hate to say it. I never liked him, and I never called him White Jesus. But Loma got up for that Devin fight. Even though I think Devin was a little drained, and that's why, because he would have stopped Loma. I think he was drained. And I don't think, because his punches wasn't doing shit. He was very drained, and I could tell the weight bothered him. And that was his last fight at 135. But I think the weight had some things to do with it, but also Loma got up for that fight. Loma did his best shit. Loma fought but he lost. But Loma fought a hell of a, and he got up for that fight. Some fighters get up for certain fights, bro. So that's how I feel about that. Just like John Ryder got up for the Canelo fight. He got up for that shit. That wasn't the same John Ryder that fought Jaime Munguia. He was way more determined when he fought Canelo. So, Jermaine Ortiz, you won, bro. And you know another thing, the crowd, they booed both of you motherfuckers, though. And in the middle of your I Had a Dream, low budget ass speech, they started cheering, then they booed again. The crowd, them motherfuckers just be drunk. I'm being serious, though. I'm tired of fights being in Vegas. That's the drunkest crowd in America. They're just a bunch of drunk motherfuckers that's gambling that really don't love boxing. I'm telling you, I'm tired of we ain't got to have events around casinos. Let them drunk motherfuckers gamble. Give us some shit in New Orleans, some shit in Baltimore and Atlanta and shit like that. Give us some shit like that, bro. Give us some different locations. Vegas is not the homeland of boxing, bro. Boxing has no homeland. Shit, the Vegas is the home of a lot more shit. Vegas is not the home of boxing. So, I'm tired of this shit and them drunk ass Mexicans and all that shit. Another thing, the boxer would never be even though I think you should have let your hands go more, Jermaine Ortiz. You still won the fight. You won the fight, but me preferably as a boxing fan, I would have liked to see you let your hands, because there was a lot of openings. T.O. keeps his hands down. You were landing when you threw your punches. You was landing, and you abandoned your jab. Had you not abandoned your jab, it definitely would have been a good enough performance. You abandoned your jab. Halfway through the fight, you abandoned your jab. When you was throwing your jab, you was tripling up on the jab and landing all three jabs. Yeah. I had you winning the fight. Listen, even if you don't think Jermaine Ortiz let his hands go enough to deserve the win, there's no way you can tell me Teofimo won that fight. You didn't win that fight. And how that fake celebration y'all did in the back room, the locker room, they was back there taking pictures as if he just knocked out Matias. You would have thought he just won Undisputed and knocked out Devin Haney, the way he cried and celebrated in the locker room after the fight. And Teofimo Sr., listen, I said you've done a great job, but at this point, I think you need to, I think it's time for you to go on and depart ways with your son as a trainer. I'm not saying you can't be nowhere in the camp or in the corner. I just think he need another trainer, bro. I think Teofimo Lopez can become, because he's a hell of a talent. I never take that away from you, Pimpin'. You just not special. And another thing about T.O. that this is the biggest difference why I've been saying it, bro. You ain't on Shakur and Devin level or Tank, because you don't have the ring IQ. I've noticed that your whole career. But I gotta say this, even though I don't think Loma was 100%, that was your best win to me, because Loma is very tricky. But Loma, I don't think he was healthy. But you boxed in that fight. You really, really boxed. But you still didn't let your hands go a lot, but you boxed. But in my opinion, I never seen you as a dude that got a real high ring IQ. I don't think you have a very high ring IQ. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, even though I think you better than Ryan, and I'd pick you to beat Ryan, you could get caught with that, because that's all Ryan is a left hook. His left hook can hurt anybody. I am convinced, though, that if he land that shit flush, he can clip you. I don't like that motherfucker. He's a fraud. He wear makeup and shit. I just don't know. And men in boxing say he's cute and pretty and shit on some weird shit. Listen, I don't like him, but if he land that left hook flush, he'll clip your ass. And T.O., you keep your hands down far too much. Ryan got a speedy, snappy left hook that can snap your jaw. That's the only thing you can say about Ryan. That left hook, it is power in that motherfucker. And the way you keep your hands down, Ryan might clip you. The way you keep your hands down, Ryan might clip you. We done seen you get dropped by Cambosis. And another punch that Teo is wide open for that he never, because he tried to do that shell at times. Teo, the same punch Kambosos hit him with. Same punch Sandor Morton kept hitting him with. The overhand right, he wide open for it. Wide open on the nose or the forehead, wide open. So, you know, bro, you good, you just ain't that good. I've been hearing so many people say, you know, Teo the best because he beat Josh Taylor. You know, it's the way, the way people shitted on Devin Haney win. Bro, he did not get the justice he deserved. Oh, no, flat-footed Rigas. Oh, flat-footed ass Rigas. Oh, he was tailor-made for him. He was tailor-made. Josh Taylor wasn't tailor-made for Teo. But everybody was saying Teo was the best at 140. Yeah, before this performance, Teo was the best at 140. It's the reason why you got out of them negotiations with Matias, bro. That's who you should have fought. That's who you should have fought. You should have fought a unification. And like I said, at this point, I want Devin to fight Matias. And I don't want you moving up to 140 because ain't shit unless you fight. At this point, bro, if you at 140 and your ass finna move to 147, if your ass ain't fighting Boots, bro, I don't really respect it. That go for Devin Haney. I don't want you fighting Mario Barrios. I don't want you fighting no fucking Conor Ben. I don't want them fights. Fight Matias, bro. Fight Matias, fight Richardson, Hitchinson. Them the two fights I want, I want Devin to fight. I want you to go and fight Matias, though. At this point, I just think you need to go. It's a unification. I want to see these fights, bro. At this point, I really think Pitbull Cruz versus Rolly. I'm telling you right now, Pitbull gonna knock him out because Rolly has no defense. He keep his hands down. Cruz gonna land that shit. He gonna land. You can't take too many overhands. That wild shit gonna hurt. He gonna clip his ass. He gonna and Rolly gonna have that dumb look. Yeah, that old. Anyway, that because he look weird when he hurt. That motherfucker. He be. Rolly a funny dude, but Cruz gonna clip his ass. Listen, I'm just at this point, until somebody can hurt Pitbull Cruz, I don't think Rolly, I don't know. I can't just say Rolly can hurt him. Tank didn't hurt him. Even though he was injured them first 6 rounds, he didn't hurt him. He landed plenty of uppercuts. He didn't hurt that motherfucker. So if you can't hurt Cruz, Rolly cannot outbox no Cruz. So I guess Cruz gonna be the champion, and I really think Cruz gonna win that fight. And I'm gonna be honest, it make it more interesting if Cruz win. Cause Cruz gonna come to fight. I gotta say that he ain't that good, but he gonna come to fight. And he gonna make you let your hands go. So, I want to see unifications. I don't want to see no more moving up and I'm gonna fight Conor Ben. I'm gonna fight Barrio. I don't want to see that shit, bro. Settle this shit at 140. Teo still got the belt. I'm telling you right now, his next fight would not be against another champion. Teo may move up to 147 and fight he may just move up and drop the belt or some shit and fight a tune-up at 147. I don't see him unifying. I don't. I want to see Richardson get a title shot. I want to see him get a title shot. Devin, Hitchison, Matias, them the top 3 to me. Them the top 3. Them the top 3, in my opinion. Yep. I think Shakur needs to go on and move to 140. I'm through talking about Tank. Tank gonna do what he want. Tank will move to 154 and fight a Timzu in Australia. He might do some shit like that. And you just never know. When it's another flag and it ain't black, he'll do all kind of. Anyway, Shakur, you need to go on and move to 140, bro. And wild shit. I'm gonna say Keyshawn Davis a BTO right now, and it was before this performance. I already saw this shit. I got a video coming on that Jose Pedraza performance. I think it's very underrated. I think it's overlooked. And Pedraza tough. But I'm gonna talk about that fight tomorrow. Keyshawn Davis better than T.O. Better. Keyshawn Davis right now is a contender in my opinion. He's not a prospect. And I said this before that fight, and he needed that Albright fight, and it made him better. Keyshawn Davis, in my opinion, and maybe it was the weed, he just been a little too patient. against Pedraza, he went on and got him. See, when Keyshawn uses jab, especially that jab to the body, when Keyshawn uses his jab and believe in his power, that's all I've been wanting him to do. Him and Devin. And now that Devin believe in his power, he's dangerous, bro. Dangerous. Dangerous when a puncher start believing in his power. Dangerous. Cause now I'm sitting down on my punch. I've been knowing Keyshawn got devastating power. When he hit you flush, bro, and he sit down on his shot, that shit hurt. I've been knowing. I said he could stop Pedraza, but that's hard to do. That shit is hard to do. That's Tank's best knockout to me, besides the Santa Cruz. But yeah, I say the Pedraza with them motherfucking right hooks he landed. He landed like 2 right hooks back to me. Yeah, he hit him with them right hooks and finished them. But yeah, T.O., that I had a dream ass speech, we are the world ass shit. We are the world and we are the children. Nah, brother, you from Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, your flag is Honduras. Shout out to the people over there and all that there. Start fighting for your people, bro. Fight for your Honduras people. Let's see more Honduras people in the crowd when you fight. Cause I never see a Honduras flag. It be about 3 of them. Yeah, it be about 3 Honduras flag. Get you some more fights in New York. Because I know another thing. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Bob really tried. He really tried to make you a star. It is not working, bro. Even on Super Bowl weekend, it's just not working, bro. Them people, it was 30 people chanting your name. It was 30 people chanting your name. But yeah. And I'm gonna end it with Tim Bradley. Even though he's the jigaboo, that motherfucker in the beginning of the card, when what's that motherfucker name? Charlie Sheen. Yeah, when he was fighting, that motherfucker brought up Willie Pep. Yeah, see Willie Pep with a good jab and the footwork and the athleticism. Yeah, that's all you needed to win around. He was bringing up Willie Pep now. And I said, oh, this motherfucker. Out of all the slick fighters, black, you motherfuckers bring up Willie Pep. I can't stand it with black. Let white folks have him. I do not claim none of that shit. He ain't on my list of shit. I list Pernell Whitaker. That shit ain't nowhere near what Pernell Whitaker done. Anyway, let me get out that shit. But the point I'm saying is, Tim went from that shit to, he did some shocking shit. That motherfucker called Mark Krieger out. Yeah, he really checked Mark Krieger. Tim might lose his job. If he don't lose his job, he definitely finna receive a few write-ups. Yeah, Bob and them they gonna holler at him. He went too far. He ain't never been this bold. Because Tim Bradley, he got a little emotional. He started thinking about his career and shit. Now, cause they always talked about Tim because he ain't had no power. Tim a hell of a fighter though. Tim a hell of a fighter. In my opinion, a true Hall of Fame. He was good. I had him beating Pacquiao. Tim was really good. Timothy Bradley was a really, really, really good fighter. A really good fighter. He wasn't special like Andre Ward, but he was good. He was very, very good. Very good. Yeah, he was really, really good. Could really, really box. But he had no pop. And so he got a little emotional because they kept trying to justify why I should go to T.O. Well, Ortiz didn't throw enough punches and all that running around the ring. You know, Timothy just finally said, hold on. He was boxing. And he was. He was boxing. I thought the movement was a little too much. I thought it was a little too much movement. I can't lie. I thought the movement was a little too much. And you should have let your hands go more, but you still wanted to fight. And that's what Tim was arguing. And he was like, and at this point, I'm just peeping how boxing is just trying to, because it's boxers that let their hands go way more. Listen, I'm all for action. I'm all for that. My favorite kind of fighter is a boxer puncher. A fighter that can box, got a high ring IQ, can move when I need to, but I can go get you too. I can go get your ass. I like boxer punchers. So that's my favorite style. But I like all style. It depends on how effective you are. I like a fighter to just sit there and slug if you good enough at it. Yeah, if you good enough at it, yeah, I like that style when it's effective. But I'm sick and tired of boxing trying to take away the boxer style and make it like it's a coward style. You can't be no coward inside that ring. Even though, like I said, Shakur should have let his hands go more, and maybe he was injured. But De Los Santos didn't do shit either. So at this point, if you're going to disrespect and shit on the boxer for not letting his hands go enough and moving too much, shit on the aggressive fighter that just coming forward and not cutting the ring off. I don't like aggressive fighters that can't cut the ring off. That shit is boring to me. Yeah, I think that shit boring when an aggressive fighter can't cut the ring off. I think it's boring when an aggressive fighter is so slow-footed and quick-sanded that he just wants you to stand there and fight him. Sometimes you got to know how to go get him. So, yeah, boxing is very unappreciated. Yeah, I'm all for. I love action. I think he should have let his hands go more, but he still won the fight. And like I said, he threw more punches than Teofimo. We saying he ran. Jermaine Ortiz ran, but he threw more punches and landed more punches than Teofimo Lopez. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.